What's up, world? It's me, Nez. Welcome to Nez Telly. Another week. I think this is our last week in. Okay, no, it's not our last week. I don't know what week it is, but January is almost done. Another wonderful week. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're powering on and doing the most. Our 90-day month is about to end. Are you as excited as I am? End of the month is almost coming. Okay, so today I'm talking about the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Here is the book. Can you see it well? So I'm going to bring this close. I'm going to bring this close a lot of times so that I can explain some things on this book. This book, when I was reading it, funny, or rather, when I was reading the other book that was Increasing Your Financial IQ. In case you haven't seen it, you can just check. You can just click. It's there. So Increasing Your Financial IQ. When I had read the book, halfway into it, I started thinking maybe I should have read the Cash Flow Quadrant, because a lot of times he talked about, like, a lot of mentions he would say in the E quadrant and in the B quadrant. I'm like, what in the world is that? But the thing is that the good part was it didn't stop me from understanding that book. That's the good part. But I just kept on saying, okay, I wish I knew what this was. So anyway, I still think I should have read this book if I read the other one, but I don't think it matters. If you do want to read, if the first one you lay your hands on is Increasing Your Financial Intelligence, please enjoy. Anyway, now wait, just shall be reading, okay? So this one, I think, how do I put, okay, first of all, see, I finished a whole marker on this one, and I started using that. I finished the green markers, I started using the yellow to continue, because it was just so much. There was so much to unpack, so much to say. I don't even know where to start. It's just too much, too many things. Let me see if I can find. Okay, yeah, let me read something that I think I found very interesting when he talked about his rich dad. So he said he likes to borrow money. That we're talking about borrowing money, whether it is good, something like a good debt or a bad debt. Yes, that's why I marked this one, because I never quite understood what a good debt was or what a bad debt is. But he was like that. His rich dad had taught him that it's good to borrow money. It's good to have debts. But the smaller the debts, that's when debts are small, it's good that he can pay out of his pocket. But when it's a big debt, it's better that it's someone else that is paying. So now again, I explained this guy is in the US. So the guy talks a lot about the US systems, like the way that he does the most to avoid himself being broke in this book. But let me tell you the major premise of this book. The Cash Flow Quadrant is that, you see this thing? Let me check if inside there should be a clearer picture. Okay. This book is, can you see that? Okay, so it's like a T thing that has ESBI. Now, this is the left side of the quadrant. That is the right side of the quadrant, Abby. Yes, this is the left side of the quadrant. That's the right side of the quadrant. So E here stands for employee. S here stands for self-employed. Then B stands for business or business owner. Then I stands for investor. Now, when it comes to the cash flow quadrant, basically what he said was that for you to be very wealthy, it makes sense that you actually operate on the four quadrants of the cash flow, because that way you understand the way money works and it's easy for you to be in charge of your money. Like, he talked a bit about controlling your cash flow, how important it is. You know, things shouldn't just be happening to you, especially money wise. It shouldn't be, oh, money just fell here, or my money just got lost, I didn't plan for it. Be in the know, be aware, know what's happening. So as an employee, we talked in the US how things like taxes, as an employee, you get taxed a lot, and you have a higher tendency to fall into that. It doesn't matter how much you earn, actually. As in, you can be a doctor or someone that is earning so much, but as long as you're earning, the government will take tax on your pay as an employer much more than they will collect from, let's say, a business owner or as an investor. In short, he said one of the great things about being an investor is that the money you make from investing is never taxed. Now, for those in Lagos, I'm sure a lot of you now know that there's a digital platform that has been put available for you to be able to pay your tax. As long as you live in Lagos and you're doing some kind of business or you're earning some kind of money, you're supposed to be paying taxes. I think those that are employed already know, because the money gets taken away from them. But people like us that are doing businesses, a lot of us might not know. So just get educated, because if those guys start to, if Lagos State starts to behave, trust me, you will not find shoes funny. So anyway, so basically, as an investor, your money is almost tax-free. Like, what they'll take from you is very small. So he talked a lot about doing the most that you can to be an investor, basically moving yourself from the left side of the, oh god, from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. So as a small business owner now, this small business owner really hit home, because that's where I stand. He talked about how a small business owner is somebody that that is, you're doing a business all by yourself, and that the major issues that small business owners have is that they believe that their work is only them that can do it as well as they can. So they do everything. Most small business owners in America, it happens, a lot of them shut down business after a while, or some of them even close after a generation, because it's only them that can do what they are doing. I'm so sorry, God, I keep coughing, I'm so sorry. So just imagine, let's say a caterer, or not, okay, let's do a caterer. A caterer has a special way of doing her business or his business. He has a special spice or a special recipe that is only him or her that knows. So what that means is that if he is not there to cook, sit down and cook the food themselves, it doesn't matter whether they have staff or not, business is not gonna run. So you say, how you know if you're a small business owner is if after doing your business for at least 5 years, can you leave your business for 1.5 years or a year at least, and your business will still be running and be making profits? If that is not happening, then you're a small business owner. Because as someone that owns, okay, I didn't explain the business quadrant. The business quadrant is basically someone that owns businesses. So it's like you buy, okay, business, people that are business owners, you can buy up businesses. Buy a business, you know, some people, like a business owner can buy up a small business owner. Does that make any sense? So it's like someone can come and buy my business now, my business as a fashion designer, buy me and then pay me to do my work in my business, even though it used to be mine because it's been sold. Do you understand? So a business owner, it's a form of investment. You buy a business and be getting your money from the business, and you just chill and whatever. So that's where you are. And again, the money that you get as a business owner in the US, you don't get taxed as much as if I was self-employed. If I was there doing everything, where I'm the cook, as a caterer, I'm the cook. I go and buy the merchandise, is that what it's called? I buy the things that is needed. I buy the food stuff. I employ the staff. I control the staff. I even follow to clean this thing. I put the accounts together. I also help take care of legal. When you do all that, it can easily squash you down. Now, what he was saying was that it wasn't as if he was saying that one is better than the other, which is interesting. He was saying that all of them are important. They are all part of the process of you getting financial reach. So, like if you're very young, if you're 18 years now, or your early 20s and you just start working, you can start as an employee. That's no problem. Start as an employee, find out what you're passionate about, and try and find a good fit in the work environment, and then start working. While you work, the money that you get from there, you can actually start doing a small business. But the thing is that don't allow yourself to get too sucked into the system where it's hard for you to get into business owner mode and investor mode. The importance of being a business owner and an investor is that it's going to take care of you much later in life. Now, the things like a lot of things like retirement plans and all that are not as how do I put it? They're not as reliable as a lot of us might think it is. And he even said things like 401k. I found out what that was. 401k in the US is some kind of a retirement plan for people that work. So like you pay money into your 401k from your salary, the money goes there, and the government's supposed to get some. He said the typical 401k for a middle level worker in the US, if you retire at, let's say 65, with the fact that life expectancy has gotten more, at 75 it's possible you would have exhausted that money. So what happens from 75? What are you going to do? Go and start looking for another job? So basically what he's trying to say is that, again, from what I said from increasing your financial intelligence, when he talked about the importance of information on investments, try and be a business owner or be an investor. If you can be in those places, you're going to have a better wealth folio. Now, a lot of times they talked about people like Warren Buffett, who has changed the idea of diversifying your portfolio. That's something that we hear a lot. Like I always assumed that made sense, but like, don't diversify. Focus and don't diversify. Use one particular portfolio and then focus on it and make sure that it does well. Keep your eye on it and don't be lazy. Don't think that it's okay to just collect your money to give to someone to invest. Usually the person that is investing for you is probably making more money from your investment than you're making yourself. That's just how it works. He also talked about the downside of things like mutual funds, but that's how baby steps. Just take your time and continue to learn. He also talked about there's so much to say. He talked about the levels of investors. There's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. If I get into all that, I think this video will last 30 minutes. So, but I really think that if you're serious about creating wealth later in life, or It doesn't matter the age you are now. If you're serious about creating wealth, not for now, but even those that will outlast till the next generation, or even the generation after that, it makes sense that you get this book, The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert T. Kiyosaki. How do I put it? I don't know. So far, I don't know any other book that, I've not read a lot of book on wealth though, and money. I don't know any other book that has explained this as much as this one has. Like, this is very thorough. And thankfully, I understand everything. Unlike increasing financial IQ, that some of the things were flying over my head. There are a lot of things I understand here. And like I said, these are reference points. And there are a lot of things I'm going to look at and be like, okay, what did he say about this? And I'm going to check here and see if I can find what it says. It's a great book. I think it's totally worth the read. What else do you need to know about this book? Where you can get it in case you want. Meanwhile, this one, I found out that the version I had here is a very old one. So when I was listening to the audio, I'm doing something where I listen to the audio and I read the book while I'm at it. I was listening to the audio and I realized that a lot of the information was updated because he was using dates. He would say in the US in 2011, the president had declared that the tax of blah, blah, blah was going to blah, blah, blah. So this was written in 1999. This is the version. This is the original version. But there are several other ones. I think the latest one was written in 2012. So I feel like when you're buying, make sure you buy the one that was the most recent version of it, so that you can get a more recent, accurate information that he's working with. Now, it's available on Jumia. Of course, Jumia and its price range. There's one, somebody's selling one for 1,900, and there's another one that is for 5,000 naira. So just check and see. But I feel like when you're looking at the information, when you're buying, try and be sure that you're getting the most recent one. Okay, the earlier the better. Okay, so my time is fast spent. Oh, Chineze. So anyway, I hope you're having a beautiful week so far and a beautiful year so far. I don't know if you've started reading. Please let me know what you're reading and let me know how it's going. So, but check out jumia.com. It delivers everywhere in Nigeria. And then if you're outside Nigeria and you want to get it, you can try Amazon. It's available on Amazon. Yes, I forgot to talk about the game. It has a board game that I'm totally going to get. It's one of the most expensive board games I've ever seen in my life though. Right now is at least on Amazon, I saw it for like, I think $76. I'm like, for board game? The Monopolies are this thing I like. All of them are like $20. What's one talking about? But it's supposed to be a book. It's supposed to be just like Monopoly. They'll teach you a lot about real estate. Cash Flow Quadrant is supposed to teach you about the kind of investor you are and the best way to move from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. Yes? Yes. Okay. So I'm wishing you the best week. Okay? I can't wait to see you guys next time. And please don't feel free to comment and share and like, and please let other people know so that this wealth is good that all of us have it. Okay? There's nothing, all of us should have this money so that we can do well for ourselves. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Okay? Bye.